Because we can't have that story on. Was it just people getting attacked?
Yeah, but with a sausage roll. Well, I've got a backup.
Yeah, do the backup.
Podcast Jamie here on Newsbag.
Newsbag is news back. Hello, welcome back to Newsbag. It's lovely to be back, isn't it, with you guys? We've been off a little while.
It's been a wee while, hasn't it?
A few weeks. Get off our backs.
Yeah, well, you know why. Pretty much everyone listening to this will know why.
Yeah, everybody that listens probably was at our wedding, so that's why.
Yeah, probably everyone. I mean, we did have to. Unfortunately, we're going to have everyone we wanted there. So there are some people that will be hearing about it here for the first time.
I do actually feel a bit self-conscious about recording this now.
Why?
Because I feel like I've now met all of our audience. Because they're all at your wedding.
Jamie, how many people came up to you and were like, "It's Podcast Jamie"? It was like he was a celebrity.
It is, without a doubt, the most famous I've ever felt. The amount of people where I'd be introduced as Jamie and they'd be all, "Podcast Jamie?
Oh my God, you're Podcast Jamie."
Yeah. And then they were like, "Oh, your voice sounds exactly like it does on the podcast."
I knew I was going to bring that bit up. The fact that most people admitted finally to us that they think Jamie has the best podcast voice, so thanks, guys.
Even your dad, Hannah, said I was his favourite, so...
You
did. You actually did.
You've had a little bit of fame before the wedding, right? You've had someone come, I've introduced you to... I can't remember who it was now. And they were like, Podcast Jamie. I think it was Ben, actually.
Yeah, it was, yeah.
Imagine being known as Podcast Jamie.
I
don't think we've had that yet.
No, I haven't had a podcast, Chris.
I haven't had a podcast, Hannah.
No one cares about us.
No.
We know who the real star is.
Well, what can I say?
We had a nice time, didn't we? Jamie was our photographer. So actually, you were the photographer, but you were getting noticed for Newsbag rather than being a photographer, which is a pretty big on a wedding day.
Yeah, it did actually stop me from taking photos, so... Sorry, guys, you only got about 10 photos.
Busy signing autographs.
Yeah.
Did it? What happened? You're trying to set a photo up and people come up to you. Sign, fine, I'll give you an autograph.
Ask me questions. Like, oh, you're not taller than I thought you were going to be. Things like that.
Not taller. It was an awesome day.
Lovely.
Yeah, had a great time. So married now. So there's now...
We're all married now. That's fine.
Yeah, not to each other. Well, some of us are, some of us aren't.
2/3 of us are married to each other.
However, we all did get married at the same venue.
We did?
Yeah.
That's cute, isn't it?
That's quite an odd connection, I think, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, it is, but it's also... We got married at the same venue because we went to Jamie's wedding and liked the venue.
Yeah.
So it wasn't like a weird twist of fate that we all met to do this podcast and happened to have we went to Jamie's wedding.
It's not weird that we all do a podcast. It's not weird. That's not a connection. That doesn't count. That we all have a podcast.
It is a connection though, isn't it?
It is a connection, yeah, but it doesn't kind of... that's good. There's one other thing, even more interesting than that, that I've been playing around with our mixer and I found the volume button.
I can't wait to hear how much better this one sounds than others.
You're hopefully going to see a higher quality podcast in terms of the technicalities of it.
Yeah, just higher sound quality, I hope.
Yeah. The content will still be horrific.
Content.
So all I knew, I got this box, right? You plug 3 microphones into it and then you plug a cable out of it that goes to a computer. And that's all I knew about it. And that's how we've been recording.
It's got a lot of buttons on it though, hasn't it? So is there a button we didn't know about?
Yeah, the main one. It's in the section called main section.
And what was that slider set at, Chris?
The slider was set at like -30.
Yeah.
I guess it's the volume, the main mix. If anyone knows anything about sound engineering, they'll probably be just crying at the moment for my ignorance. But I've now pushed it up to 0. Before, I'd had to do so much editing to get our amplification to a listenable level.
So do you think now it'll just sound good?
Hope so. Shame about the things we're saying, but it might sound good.
Maybe it's not a good thing because people will be able to hear us better. We don't really need that. Yeah,
so we're back. Sorry for the 4 weeks you've had to go without us.
I'm sure people are pretty upset.
Yeah. Have a go at Jamie about it. He's a podcast Jamie.
Right.
He's the main event. If you're only listening for Jamie, then
there you go.
Let him know. But
we're back. And what show we've got lined up for you, yeah? We've got all the usual features, yeah?
And that is it.
And that's it, but that should be enough. First round. Why are we going to the first round?
Who's the judge today?
Oh, yeah.
That would be me.
We need to delight him and surprise him and bewilder him?
I'm just looking over my stories and it's not going to get any of that.
Mine is really boring.
Probably depressing as well, so you would normally go.
This one doesn't have any drug convictions in it.
Okay. Well, that's good to know.
Which is good.
Yeah. No, like, bikes being stolen from NHS workers or...
Stolen, actually. I didn't find an update on that, by the way. I had a look. Yeah, so sorry about that. Let's go straight in to round one, shall we?
The news game.
Round one is the news game.
News game.
We've got a load of cards here from a game called the News Game. So we haven't named the game. All we've done is name it after them, and they didn't bother naming it either. So.
No, they give it a crap name and we've just continued.
Yeah. But this is a game where there's a story written on there, and it is possibly real or it's possibly fake. And it's going to be Jamie's job to figure out which one.
Yes.
And I think on the for side today is me, is it? I think.
Yeah.
So I'll be trying to convince Jamie that the story is real, and Hannah is going to be on the against. Yeah? Yeah.
Do you want me to read the story out?
Yes, please.
Yeah, I mean, someone has to.
I've got it in my hand as well. It'd be weird now not to.
You might as well.
I picked it up.
Actually, can Chris read it?
Yeah? Fine. Well, I might not get a point. No, not for reading. You don't get a point for reading it out, do you?
I could give a point, but
I love it.
That's how well he reads it out.
The mind games already started, haven't they? It's where he goes, actually, Hannah, you can read it.
I'll refuse. I get,
Story. This is from May 2017.
Okay.
Pizza delivery hero delivers pizza straight to hungover customer's bedside.
Wow.
A delivery driver has become a true hero by taking pizza directly to a hungover customer's bedroom. Sam Zegro ordered the pizza online with a message, "Sinister hangover, door open, please bring upstairs."
Do you think that was just in like the other notes?
I think you can leave little notes for the delivery driver, can't you? Where it says like, knock loudly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Front gate's open.
Front gate open, yeah. Sorry about dog.
Watch the landmines.
Yeah. Got no money, please leave and walk away.
Don't really want pizza.
I forgot where we are now. Shared that message and then shared a picture of himself and the delivery driver on Facebook after he'd had the pizza brought to his bed with the caption, "Not all heroes wear capes."
I kind of wish you had to go with the cape on. But I mean, obviously it didn't happen, but like...
I think he missed a trick there because not all heroes wear capers. Because they...
very rarely on pizzas.
Capers, they'll top it up, aren't they? Not all heroes wear pepperoni.
I'd just like to say that that would be against the law of like the pizza companies.
Why?
Health and safety. You can't just go into someone's house like that. So I just want you to think about that, Jamie.
Good point.
Do you really think that an employer would break their rules?
Normally I'd agree, but this is exceptional circumstances.
Hangover.
Yeah.
Part of me is thinking 2017, before the pandemic, this is the sort of story that would go quite viral and the sort of thing people would absolutely lap up.
Yeah, well it did. It's made this game.
Have you ever seen it? Did any of us ever see it?
But today, I've got better things to do.
I didn't, because it's not real, so I wouldn't have seen it.
I have seen the opposite. I saw a video of a delivery driver who brought pizza. They were at the bottom of a load of flats, and they said, "We're at the bottom of the flats, can you come down?" And then the person started to record the person saying, "Actually, can you bring it up to me?" And they were like, "No." And then they just started to eat the pizza in front of the customer.
Yeah.
Because they're like pushing their luck.
Yeah.
That's amazing. I would do that. See, that one's true. But this one, you wouldn't, would you? You'd be like, no. That you'd just be so... You wouldn't just walk into someone's house. You could be walking into anything.
No, you're not just walking. You've been asked to come in, invited.
Oh, is that a safe thing to do?
Someone's
a
desperate.
stranger has asked me to walk straight to the house into their bedroom.
Yeah, but he's got a hangover.
Dangerous.
He's got a hangover. He's desperate. Oh, I'm sure. Oh, so you wouldn't deliver a pizza to, a starving child in case... Because they couldn't come to the door? Would you? Is that what you're saying?
I think it's a different situation. I would, but I'd probably not the door open. I'd just leave it there. The pizza's here. If you want to
no, child can't get it. It's really sick. Can't leave the sofa.
You are convinced Jamie of a different story right now.
There's also a flaw in your argument. If it's a starving child, presumably they haven't got the ability to get hold of a pizza.
And you definitely couldn't afford a Domino's if you're starving. It's definitely cheaper.
But with this,
got you there, haven't I?
So it probably did blow up on social media. That's why it's in the game. That's why they noticed it. It's probably on Reddit.
The game have just taken the story Jamie said and they've twisted it as like it was like something that happened, but we're going to put a different twist on it.
What you're saying is, if you think this is fake, you wouldn't feed starving children because you might have to go up to them in their house.
Also, if you were going to go, you should have just put a cape on.
Caper. Put a caper on it.
I think Hannah does make quite a valid point of I would feel pretty weird about going into someone's house who said they're horrendously hungover. I'm just thinking about, like, what state is this house going to be in? What am I going to be smelling in that bedroom when I walk in? You might have vomited somewhere.
Yeah, I know. It's not exactly an attractive prospect, is it? To go to a sinister hungover. You might be asleep, but how is he going to pay you? You're like, oh, cheers, mate.
Yeah,
good point, actually, Chris. So,
good point.
For that reason, I'm going to say it's a lie.
What was my... We haven't hit the bell yet, so...
Lie.
His answer's in.
Well, Jamie, I'll let you turn it over and see if you're right or not.
Just chuck it into the pile of cards. I've got the right one.
You got the right one.
It was actually real.
Ooh.
Yeah, that was a real. Yeah, I know.
Chris.
Yeah, well, I obviously didn't fight hard enough for that.
I feel like as well, you couldn't use the technique that's worked like the last couple of times where you just... What was it where you're just like, oh yeah, it is.
It was me when I was like, yeah, I completely agree, but it's actually real this time.
Hang on. What did you do the last couple of times? Okay, fair. See, I want to pick you up on this. I listened to the last episode, and you were like, oh, Chris is trying to do his tactic again.
No, Jamie's tactic. You tried to steal
I tried to steal Jamie's tactic. But Jamie was doing it when it was false. It was actually real when I was doing it. So mine wasn't a tactic.
Jamie's was actually false. So you were like, yeah.
But mine wasn't, so I wasn't stealing his tactic. So...
I like the news game. You never quite know what we're going to get.
No, I don't know what's coming.
It's because we always sort of forget the rules, and it's like a new game every time, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
And halfway through, we realise we haven't really, like, the people playing haven't really listened to the story, and then you're like...
Yeah, I've already forgotten what it was. Round 2.
No.
It's not.
It's the interlude of... A snack bag.
A snack bag.
Snack bag.
And I'd like to say I went shopping today, so it's got more items than normal. A bit more effort in the snack bag than on other occasions.
Right, I'm going to say this now. Hannah's like, I'm just going to go to the store get some milk. Didn't mention anything about the snack bag.
You know, I like to keep it a mystery.
2 minutes later, I get a phone call. Chris, sorry to be annoying, but I've left my money at home.
I was at the till, I'd already put everything through, and I was like, can you come?
So I had to put some slippers on. I don't care about getting dressed. If you're embarrassed by how I look, that's your own fault. So I went out in my pyjamas and slippers, gave you my card, and you're like, oh, cheers. Oh, don't look. And it was like packed with stuff. You're buying loads.
So, I mean, some of it was for like dinner later.
Okay, yeah.
It's a snack bag.
So,
but then you're like, don't look in this.
Just to clarify, you had your phone on you.
Oh, yeah.
Do you not have your card on your phone?
No, Joe, I've not like come around to this modern way of like working. I just don't try. I've got online banking. I'll do that, but I can't bring myself to pay with my mobile phone. Just can't do it. I should have done because today it would have been in a different situation.
I'm not gonna lie, you're a point up at the minute, and you're close to losing that phone.
What? Yeah. Just this decision. Right, better get the snack bag out before
close to, but you haven't yet.
All right, I don't know whose go it is. Who wants to go?
I think it's Chris's go.
Have a go, yeah.
Oh, I think it is actually. I've got a feeling Jamie picked last night. Feel how heavy it is.
Cool.
That's pretty. Well, I know. Yeah.
Was that the audience feeling how heavy it was by you shaking the next?
Yeah. Yeah. And me working out how to like now move to get Chris to.
Yeah, right.
Can you come back? Can you reach
milk
over?
The mic. Yeah. I'll reach. You haven't got the bag of milk in there. Bag of.
Don't look in though.
I'm not looking. Yeah, that's twice you told me not to look. Okay, we have to.
Don't forget the rules.
Okay, Jamie, say when.
Now.
Oh, okay. It's the big.
Oh, yeah.
I've dropped the snack bag, but I've pulled out. They look amazing. Hannah looks happy. I've pulled out.
So good.
Baked What's-Its Giants.
I was going to say, what is the good bit about it, though?
Giants. I didn't know they came in giant. Really cheesy flavour.
I'll be honest, they weren't, I think I did have some of these a few weeks ago, and I mean, they're amazing. I feel like I was expecting it even bigger, though, just because we've used the word. See what you think when you open.
I mean,
I'm not complaining.
On the packet, it's got a size. That's bigger than my head. The one they've got on there. It's not that. Right, I'm going to sorry.
No, I mean, they are big. I'm not like criticising them, but I think I was just
Okay, I mean, yeah, pretty big.
I suppose it is big compared to a normal. I need to see it next to a normal What's-It.
I'm going to take a few. Jamie, go, Jamie. I think so. They're really cheesy. You're a fan of. You like a What's-It?
I love a What's-It.
Yeah. The other day, Hannah just got this craving for rice pudding.
Absolutely love rice pudding.
She just messaged me on your way home, Chris. Can you pick up some rice pudding?
Food cravings, is it?
Normally that would.
Actually, and you weren't drinking last night.
Yeah.
She was.
Some more news on the podcast.
She drank loads.
Nice.
I was actually thinking about snack bag earlier.
I should do.
And I was thinking to myself, what is the rule if something gets pulled out that you don't like?
Oh, yeah.
It's not a rule, you just don't get to eat it. Well, you can eat it, but...
I don't know if we were going to force that person to eat it even though they don't like it.
Actually, we've never Yeah, I think we should, because we've never actually had anything that one of us hasn't eaten.
Yeah,
so.
we've never had something we don't like. Well, while we chew on these, someone's got to pick up their story. Who's going to go first?
Who wants to go first?
I think you have to pick Jamie. You know, I
don't know if somebody was like, you know what, I'll go for it.
No.
Right, Christian, go first then.
Yeah. Cheers. Mine's up.
I thought What's This would be quieter than this, because...
They're pretty loud.
Yeah, sorry.
All right, round 2. This is local stories. Mine is from Scotland.
Right.
I mean, it's like, straight away, if Chris wins this, I'm going to be furious, purely based on that point.
So normally we'd be picking Norfolk-based stories. However, there's 3 good reasons why this is my story. One is that Hallie, you're basically from Edinburgh.
I'm not. My family live in Scotland, but we're not from Scotland.
So there you go. So that's one reason.
Don't go say there you go, but she argued against what you just said.
The second, second reason is that like 2 different people sent this in to us independently. Yeah.
Into like your bag. Into your bag.
Yeah. They've emailed into our email address.
So
yeah.
Jamie,
So shouldn't that be part of the your bag section?
So Jamie, just to put, Chris hasn't actually found a story this week.
Yeah, but no. I found a follow-up to it. Like I've done. Don't make it about that. Look, you're pulling away from the.
Okay, what's the third reason?
I guess the second reason was kind of both of them because there was 2 people. Yeah, so that was 3 reasons. So actually a good shout. If you want to send in a story, newsbagpodcast@gmail.com, and if we like it, you might feature either in your bag section or the main section, like this has been promoted to.
Which you shouldn't be in that section because it should be in your bag. But who actually sent this in then?
It was Simon and Nikki. Both sent in the story.
Oh, it's good. I like that the same stories come in.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm not saying more, but just local stories, Jamie, the round.
Yeah. Jamie, it's a mystery, okay?
Okay.
No,
changed.
I'm not saying I'm just doing that just because you're the judge and you love a mystery, but... right, a thief counsellor. Thief is...
5.
Oh, God, already. See? I thought you weren't from Scotland.
Is it spelled F-I-F-E?
F-E, yeah.
I'd have said 5.
Yeah. 5. A Fife counsellor has vowed to get answers about a puddle of unidentified liquid in Cowdenbeath. I must be pronouncing that wrong, surely, because it's Scotland.
I don't know that one.
Which was originally believed to be pineapple juice. So, yeah. A leak has left the ground on, I'm not going to say that, Lucat Beef Drive. Why is there so many Scotland words in this?
Scotland words?
Scotland places. Sorry,
it's the same language.
A leak has left the ground saturated and damaged. Councillor Darren Watt took to social media recently to state that the tests have been carried out on the liquid, which was believed to be pineapple juice, coming from a nearby dairy. I'll show you the photo, Jamie. We'll describe the picture.
So just sort of looks like a muddy field.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a big puddle. Yeah. So they don't know where it's come from.
Okay.
So the Tory councillor said even though the issue had been supposedly rectified, the leak has continued despite scorching sunshine. The council took further samples for analysis, but no results have yet been produced.
Is it why they first thought it was pineapple juice?
Well, it's weird. Why? Yeah, I don't know why they think it's pineapple juice.
From a dairy farm?
That's weird.
Yeah.
Are there a load of pineapples around there?
I don't know, but
they grow them.
I don't know. They legitimately thought it was pineapple juice.
It's quite a strong smell. Maybe they could smell it.
Yeah. So this puddle has just been growing and growing, and they don't know what it is. I don't know why they think pineapple. Part of me thinks someone tasted it and was like, "Oh, that tastes like pineapple juice."
It's the first thing when you see like an unexplained puddle. I'll just go and taste it. We'll see.
So that was basically it. And then there's since been an update. Go on. Okay.
So is this the bit you found?
Because I realised that was quite amusing as a story, but it's not really a...
Says you.
Yeah, there's nothing story there. So here's the update. Go on. Published a week later, which was last week.
Okay. Mystery
puddle keeps growing despite sunshine and no rain. Councillor says it's not pineapple juice.
To be fair, it's quite a mystery.
It's a bit weird. They're no closer to identifying the source of the liquid. Confirmed not to be pineapple juice, so the tests have shown that. They've taken to Facebook to find the cause.
Do you think it's Pranksy?
God, I hope not.
Oh, he's back. Not Pranksy. Banksy.
Yeah.
Isn't he? You've seen this?
Oh, I've seen that.
Actually, that's real news in Norfolk, isn't it? Like, we've had Banksy here.
Yeah. There's unveiled, wasn't it, in Great Yarmouth on the side of a building or something.
Chris, can I just point out how much more excited you were telling us about Banksy than you were the own story?
Yeah, I know. This is crap, isn't it? All there is a story. It's just a puddle that...
Like, I am kind of enjoying the fact that I can't work out where the pineapple juicing is coming from.
Yeah, I know. Well, I've got a final... So I read that, I was like, okay, that's still not very interesting.
It's still the same update. It's amazing.
So I've gone to get comment of the story on this, okay? Because the comments were... And when I say comment of the story, I mean the top Reddit post, because this is from Reddit.
Okay.
Which I think is where they found it.
Branching out into other forums.
Yeah, exactly. I just see, before I go to that, is there anything interesting left in the story? I think, no. You'd know
that already, wouldn't you, Chris? Because you've already read it.
I've read it all through.
You look like you've already read it through.
They now think it's a burst pipe. Why wasn't that there first? Yeah.
Also, I mean, I am not a scientist by any means, but if you was to give a liquid to somebody to do testing on it, would they not be able to tell you what it actually is, rather than just say it's not pineapple juice?
Yeah.
Yeah, why have they only been able to rule out pineapple juice?
What was this test exactly?
Who said it was pineapple juice? I can't get over the fact of why.
I think the counsellor gave it to his mate or something. Said, "Can you just drink that and tell me if it's pineapple juice or not?" So he drank it. No, it's not pineapple juice. Okay. Do you want to know what it is? No. No. I can tell you what it is. No, don't want to know.
Just wanted to rule that out.
Yeah. Comment of the story. Probably wasn't custard either. So that's 2 potential causes ruled out. That was good.
I am baffled by this story. Like,
it's weird, isn't it? A reply to that comment: please, let's leave it to the experts. We don't need another Boston bombing fiasco here.
Oh, God. That escalated.
So that went too far. I think they don't know what it is. Should expand their testing to orange and cranberry as well while they're at it. So
I feel like Chris has dug his own hole here.
I've had enough of that story now.
I'd have to do something really bad here, I think.
Yeah, as I was about to say, like the bar is pretty low, not because of the story itself,
right,
but I'd say more the preparation that went into it.
Sorry, how many times have you got married this week?
This week?
Wow, okay, 2 weeks.
How many times have you got married this week?
Ages, haven't I, to prepare?
Yeah. We were going to do it last week. You were up for doing it last week, so...
He was ready.
I'll make up for it with your bag. People have also... Not mine either.
Which has some more content. Okay. This, on the other hand, I think you're going to like. I think you're going to like it for a few reasons.
I think you've done the stories in the right order. Imagine if I followed this. Oh, it's going to come.
So the main reasons you're going to like this. Firstly, it's one of those where the EDP have just taken a tweet, and that's the story, and it's very short.
Love it.
Secondly, it's similar to something that we've had before.
Okay.
Involving Google Maps.
Oh, what did we have with...
You remember when they thought that somewhere was a place in India or something? I can't remember.
Oh, this is going way back. Yeah. They thought it,
It was a bridge or something? I can't remember.
Yeah, it rings a bell, yeah.
It was a rubbish story, but it's something.
I think they used a photo of somewhere from India, thinking that was the actual town.
Yeah.
Or something.
And it showed up when you searched it.
Yeah.
So ready for this? Forget Everest. Beast and Bump is the tallest mountain in the world.
Beast and Bump. I'll be honest, I've not heard of it. So if it is taller than
when
Beast
I saw it,
and...
I was like, I did have to Google it to make sure.
Beast and Bump. It's not a speed hump.
Well, it seems like a mountain, by the sounds of it.
It reminds me of that old joke. Sorry to interrupt.
No, it's fine.
It goes like, what was the tallest mountain in the world before they discovered Mount Everest?
Don't know.
Beast and Bump.
As if that was the answer.
Good.
The answer is just Mount Everest.
That's
good.
Pretty good.
That's good.
That's an annoying joke.
Yeah, I know.
Getting a point this round, but
I've got. I need
a bit of praise here, because when I first read this, I was like, fair play. The intro from the journalist is a little bit cheesy, but I quite like their effort.
Mm-hmm.
So, what's the highest peak in the world? Mount Everest, Kilimanjaro, or K2? Try again! ! It turns out, according to Google Maps, Norfolk's very own Beast and Bump is the tallest mountain in the world.
Gosh, well, we've got Banksy and the tallest mountain in the world.
We are rocking it in Norfolk.
At the puddle. Oh,
what?
That's in Scotland.
That's in Scotland. They get a point there. Here's where it turned out that the EDP have just basically copied a tweet from Norfolk. So I'll turn this around because that's the tweet, and you can see the picture that Norfolk County Council used of the bump. I mean, it's Norfolk. It's not going to be high, is it?
It's just a picture of a hill, I guess,
yeah.
A path going up it.
Is it? Yeah, it's quite small. And it says, world record, according to Google Maps, our very own Beast and Bump is the tallest mountain in the world. We're truly honoured to have such a towering accolade in our district. Fair play to Norfolk. But congratulations to all the walkers who have completed the world's tallest hike.
So is this sort of general public changing Google Maps?
Yeah.
So it looks like this is the highest mountain.
Well, I can't answer that on this story, but I've also got a follow-up, which I think might suggest yes.
Because I've got a similar story as well.
Have you?
Yeah.
What, just to add into today's discussion?
It's actually relevant to your...
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you want to do it now?
I can do.
Interlude.
Up until about 2 weeks ago, if you went on Google Maps and typed in Loch Ness, they sometimes have 360 images.
Oh, we can go in and...
Yeah.
In what?
And it was just
into the lake.
like you could see the lake and around the
Look
surrounding area.
Yeah.
But it was of a man's swimming pool, and when you went round the 360,
Oh, I saw this.
you saw a naked man.
Yeah.
Just him in his swimming pool, fully.
And he had his own sort of erected feature.
Yeah.
Yeah, beast and bump.
Yeah.
Back to beast and bump.
So yeah, it seems like just anybody
I
can
think
just update it.
It's going to start happening more, isn't it? I suppose it's just if you find it, and
so
then it
good.
takes off.
Was he the one who, do you think, changed Google Maps to that? Or do you think it's like someone else did it?
It must have been him.
Pranksy again.
Yeah. Was he looking into the camera going all right?
He was, yeah.
Do you like my
He had
Loch
a
Ness?
thumbs up.
It was him, wasn't it? He did it. I like they chose Loch Ness.
It's not all he had off, is it?
Beast and bum. So then, this is the end of the story. So it's just the picture of the tweet. The good intro, picture of the tweet.
Blimey. I'm glad we had the interlude, or your story would have been worse than mine.
Last sentence. Remember, I've got a follow-up. Last sentence. Not to crush anyone's mountaineering dreams, but Beast and Bump is in fact only the 4,031st highest peak in England at 207 feet.
Still surprisingly high.
But it probably is the tallest peak in Norfolk.
Yeah.
It does at least lay claim as one of the tallest points in Norfolk, although there isn't a lot of competition.
Yeah. It probably feels like Mount Everest
Yeah.
to us here, doesn't it?
It's just one of the things we never would have, is it? But anyway, so I was looking,
Elevation.
I was like, I hope it still does it. So I went to Google Maps and typed it in. I'll show Jamie. Jamie, what does it now say when you go to Beast and Bump?
Jamie looked at it and then looked really disturbed.
Beast and Bump. Smallest mountain in the world. That is brilliant.
That's great.
So it's now at the currently, what's the date today? The 22nd of August, 21, yeah. So now it's the smallest mountain in the world. I'd quite like to, I'm going to set a little reminder to myself to keep checking this each month and see if it's changed.
Yeah, that would be so good. It'd be a saga in it.
Yeah, see what it's named as.
And now that it's featured on Newsbag, it's going to have, gained some...
Everyone's going to know about it. There's going to be so many people trying to change the name.
I've forgotten what it's called. Beaston.
Beast and Bump.
Beeston.
Yeah. Beaston.
Go and check it out.
Should we go? Oh, yeah.
It sounds like...
it. Yeah.
It sounds like a crazy golf hole, the Beaston Bump.
It looks quite nice. It looks like a little coastal walk. We're bringing some joy to this podcast of telling people what's good in Norfolk. It looks like a nice place.
We're trying to sell Norfolk now. Is that what we've become? I would have tried a bit harder.
There's no news. I would have chose a story in Norfolk.
Well, we don't need to sell it now. It's good enough for Banksy, and it's good enough for you.
Yeah. Do you think Banksy came here because of Newsbag?
He probably came here.
Probably,
yeah. I think so, because we were kind of talked about him a little bit, didn't we?
Because we upped him a bit, didn't we? Because I was very angry by Pranksy. I was like, Banksy actually does some original stuff.
Exactly.
It's actually really good, and they've just tried to hop onto that. He's probably gone, fair play, guys.
Well, I think if you look at his artwork, it's got the three of us kind of as stenciled in.
It is actually, It's quite it's a bit... you have to know what you're looking for.
With an arrow pointed to Jamie saying, podcast Jamie.
Sort of in joke for us, really, isn't it?
Yeah.
And he's going to do one at Beast and Bump soon. Yeah. The smallest mountain in the world now.
So going on to scoring for this.
Right.
Hannah, you didn't have to do a lot to win this week. I'm not going to lie.
I didn't. I like it,
but I feel like you did.
I did do quite
I really like that story.
What?
From the beginning to the end.
Did you like the context of we've had something similar? You got to bring in your Loch Ness story.
Yeah. You got me involved.
Yeah. Do you know what? Also, your dad loves Loch Ness.
Yeah.
So he's involved.
He's involved.
He's proper into the...
I'm going to give you a few bullet points as to why I like it.
Yeah. This is another new feature.
Jamie's judgment.
Jamie's judgment.
It's time for Jamie's judgment.
You found the story yourself.
Yeah.
Number 1. It's local.
Yeah.
Number 2.
Jamie's
in what round? What round is it?
I don't know what it's round called.
Local stories.
Local stories. Yeah.
Of course.
Mine is local to Hannah's family.
No. You can't be changing the rules. I don't mind if you were there during the week and you were like, I found a local story, that's fine.
Yeah.
But then I could just pick anywhere and go, someone lives there.
No, because I was in Edinburgh. What? It was only a month ago, was it?
A month ago. This story was a week ago, so...
Oh, sorry, no, the time limit was a month.
It was local. You got me involved. It was humorous.
It was very humorous.
And there was added humour at the end when you brought up the maps and you did a little bit more investigation.
Yeah.
Prepared.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, sure. Yeah. But I felt mine spoke for itself.
Chris, you didn't pick the story yourself. It wasn't local. I'm not even 100% sure you'd read all of it before the podcast.
In fact, you did a very good job of making it look like you hadn't.
And you were annoyed by it by the end.
I love it when one of us gets annoyed by our own story. That has happened a few times.
So point goes to Hannah.
Yes! Can I get the bell? Can I get the bell? Because I feel like it... Yes! I'm having a what's it to celebrate.
Is there any kind of appeal system?
No.
I think, though, it's not actually a reflection on Nikki and Simon. Because it is a good story.
No, not at all.
That would have been, like, in headlines or something.
Mm-hmm. In fact, if I did enjoy Chris's story more than yours, Hannah, Chris wouldn't have got the points for it. It would have been Simon and Nikki.
Cool, Hannah gets a point then. Whatever. So you're 2-0. Hands up 2-0. That's fine. I just put it around.
Yes, I am. Oh my gosh. Okay.
All to play for you.
All to go for. I was about to say, because the final round is headlines, where we get to score points. But before we do that, I'd like to reach into your bag. This is your bag, listeners. You've emailed in some amusing stories, and we're going to see. You're going to find. I'm going to pick out my best one.
Do you want to reach into the what's it bag and pretend that a giant what's it symbolises a story?
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
And then as you read it, you just.
I'll kind of hold up and. I think you're asking. Do you want them? Is that why you asked?
No.
What's it?
Well, I will have some, but.
Okay, I'll put them there. Put them there. A bit loud now.
I thought you were going to hold one while you read it.
No, right, like hold it up like a trophy. Where's my phone?
The really funny thing is, before we do all these, Chris is like on the computer, like, so it looks like he's doing loads. And then he gets to it.
Look at the last minute.
He's doing so much, but he's doing nothing at the same time.
A couple of things have come in this week. One of them I quite liked, but I don't know if it's quite... It's a little bit... So there was a fight and someone kind of stabbed, but it was over a sausage roll.
To be fair, I do kind of follow in that story at some point.
Yeah. It was, basically they met at a house party, and then they carried on the fight from before.
From years ago.
Yeah. Yeah, and there was so it got a little bit violent, but this one here, so somebody stole a Land Rover and then drove it off away from the police down railway tracks. That's pretty good. So I've got a little...
Did you do that? How did you get it down onto the tracks?
Got a video here for you. Advert.
There's sometimes tracks that go over roads, aren't there? So you drive over.
I would have got it on.
But no, there was a photo taken of the Land Rover on the railway tracks at a station.
Bloody hell.
Oh, that's so good. That's terrifying. Actually, I mean, is he alive?
Definitely trying to get... Yeah, well, so he was not hit by a train. It says that. But I think they caught up with the vehicle. The driver had already got out, and they're still looking for him.
It doesn't work to see a car on a train track.
Yeah.
It's not.
Presumably, there is a way for train stations to contact trains these days to say,
"There's a Land Rover.
Do not come into the train station because there's a Land Rover on the tracks."
We don't know why.
Again.
That's sensible. Yeah, some people do crazy things, don't they? I always like, police camera action.
Yeah.
Remember the show where they track down?
I used to love watching these.
It's so good. There would be a car chase, and at the end they get out, right? Run off, and then a helicopter fly overhead with infrared and see them just hiding in a wheelie bin.
Yeah.
Always in a wheelie bin. And you just see the red out shape of a guy inside a bin. That was the best.
I missed that program.
I missed that.
That's so good. Oh, I feel like maybe a big shout out to people that have been sending in stories.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. We had actually quite a few coming in.
If anyone else finds any. But we've done that, haven't we? We've done that bit where we ask people to send stuff in.
Send.
I'm recommitting to just doing something with Instagram, so watch this space.
We're re-picking up. Now that Hannah doesn't have a wedding to plan.
Yeah, but I need something else to do, so Instagram will finally take off.
Yeah, it'll be massive on there, so look out for little surprises, photos of us, polls.
Oh, don't big it up too much.
And everything in between.
Nice. So why don't we head on to round 3? Final round, headlines. Lots of points up to grabs.
Yeah, 3 points, and you need all of them.
Okay.
Come on, Chris. You got this. You got a good headline. Why am I supporting you? Right.
Definitely.
Let's go.
Right, first one. 6 What opening to the public in Norfolk this September?
6 Flags.
No.
Parks.
No.
Golf courses.
No.
Crazy golf courses.
No. Like where are you going with that, though?
Museums.
No. 6 museums.
Dog cafes, because there's one, but it wasn't in Norfolk.
Escape rooms.
No. 1 guess left each.
Post office.
No.
What's it? Shops.
No. I'm liking the creativity has come from you, Hannah. 6 private gardens. People are opening up their gardens so people can come and have a look around them. Bit weird, isn't it?
I'd love to do that. Not like here, there wouldn't be much to see, but I'd love to. Can we go and do it? When is it?
September.
What are they doing? Just open up their garden? Should we open up our garden?
I imagine they're like people with really big, fancy gardens. But imagine
So I
people
think
open
it's something that is happening around a lot of Norfolk. People open up like where they've got like fancy gardens and they pay a donation that goes to charity. My uncle went to one, and this person had like a proper like tree house, but like really nice one that adults can get in and have like afternoon tea and stuff.
It's like an Airbnb. It's up in the Airbnb.
Oh.
Did you say it's like an Airbnb to set yourself up for a joke?
I only thought of it as I was saying that.
Next one. Next story.
Yeah.
Did anyone get a point then?
Did I?
No.
I was closest with museum.
No, you weren't. I'd say you're probably closest with parks than museum.
I said parks.
What adds magic to Brownie's sleepover?
Spells.
Surprisingly close, actually.
Curse.
Fairies.
No.
Harry Potter.
Giving the point to Hannah.
Oh no.
Is it Harry Potter or is it like wizard?
Harry Potter star adds magic to Brownie's sleepover.
All right.
Oh, is this going to be like one of those stars where we don't actually know who it is?
It was Chris Rankin who played Percy Weasley in the film. So actually a relatively big
Is that
character.
like one of the I guess that's
one of the Weasley brothers, the oldest one, I think.
Yeah.
Pretty good. What I actually like about this is that there's not a picture of the actor in the whole article.
Is there pictures of the Brownies?
There's pictures of the Brownies have their sleepover. It looks like they're having a great time, to be fair.
There's no evidence though, is it that he was there?
It doesn't appear so, no.
Not even a screenshot of the film.
No.
It might have been overseas.
I'll tell you what there is. They've made Harry Potter characters from Pringle tins or tubes.
That's good.
Oh, that's great, yeah.
Is that, did they just pretend that one of those Pringle tubes was the man?
Yeah, maybe.
Here he is.
Bit of floppy ginger hair on him. Oh, we've made Ed Sheeran.
Yeah.
Last one. Now, this one I think is actually relatively easy to get.
Okay.
So, I mean, Chris,
Yeah,
at this point, it's just like, just try and get a point for yourself.
Make it look better.
Desperate.
I'll let you guess first as well. Alright. What sees both City Nando's branches close?
I think I heard about it. Is it Chicken Shortage?
Yes.
Oh, you told me about this yesterday.
I told you about this, yeah. Yeah. Weird, isn't it?
Right.
No, because I remembered it. I was going to say COVID, I thought it was like the...
No, it's like the KFC thing all over again.
That was one of my favourite things when KFC went out chicken.
I once, this is probably about 15 years ago, I remember going, I think with my mum and dad, to a KFC, and they said, we're really sorry we've run out of chicken, all we've got is chips and corn on the cob.
But like, imagine, you've got one thing you have to keep on top of. Chicken.
You can have 8 sides, but we haven't got any chicken.
Have you checked the old chicken supply? What? You know, chicken supply is like one of our main jobs, and
Got the corn on the go, like plenty of corn.
Oh no, I've not checked the chicken, but now you mention it.
we've got about 4 left.
Ooh.
Look down the menu, which ones don't have chicken?
11 bookings.
You got a point, you made it look a little bit better at the end.
Yeah, I got a little point then. Losing 3-1, that's
I do feel like I had to literally hand that one to you there.
I got that knowledge.
You don't know, Chris actually told me about this in the car yesterday.
Yeah.
But I did also let you go first on the guessing. Normally it's just like whoever wants to guess. So you're welcome.
Yeah, well, don't say it like that. No, don't say it like that, 'cause I've got it legit.
Chris has lost this time.
It's not about winning, it's about the listeners.
I'm not sure I've won in a while, so I'm very pleased with this.
Yeah, that's fine, you deserve. Should I kind of, next time, prepare...
Yeah.
Okay. In some way.
I feel like, and I'm saying this, Chris does a lot of work for this podcast, right? Like, he does all the editing stuff, so I think, we get that, but yeah, sometimes I just don't think you've remembered that there's the content there.
Yeah.
I have to say.
Yeah, that's kind of like second kind of priority, but no, it should be up there. I'll tell you one I did prepare for the most, I think, was the farming Olympics.
Yeah,
remember that?
Did a lot of prep.
Pulled out the bag. That was great.
That was a great one.
I'm an all or nothing kind of guy.
But to be honest, I like it when you prepare.
You never know what you're going to get.
Because I just love the look of dread on your face as you're reading it out.
It's when it's read now and I realise it's going like literally. Sometimes the story's going nowhere, it's fine, but when it actually is going nowhere and there's not even like a funny bit,
you're like,
your face is amazing.
I'm like,
I just love that you'll have like a story like old lady gets burgled of her elephant ornaments, and then you'll start reading down, and yeah, she got depressed and she's now in hospital intensive care.
So you're spiding on the elephant order, which this sounds intriguing.
I'm like, oh no.
So good.
Well, I have to say it because otherwise the story's really short.
There's no story.
Yeah, well, there's not all that. But I think we've come to the end today. Our news bag is empty now. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you next week.
Oh, 2 weeks though, not 1 week.
Good one, Chris.
Bye.